Hello and good morning everyone, Zach here. Today is officially the day that I go up into Glacier National Park. Yesterday I didn't do much. I didn't go exploring out into the wilderness parts of the area here, but I did kind of drive around here in the town of Columbia Falls, and I drove all the way down to Kalispell, taking a more scenic route, which is a road that's behind me in that general direction. And I then kind of stopped at a few places. I went to a McDonald's to get something quick to eat and use the bathroom, if I'm being honest. Then I drove up into what's known as Whitefish is the name of the town. So that was the name of the town that I had a hard time remembering. And then I drove up north past the town into this lake that's right there, and I went to what was a state park, or at least what was called a state park. But anyway, that was my day yesterday. I came back to the hotel maybe around 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit sooner, and I started editing the video from when I left Miami to when I arrived. But today is when I go up into Glacier National Park, and I don't know where the kind of visitor center would be. I'm gonna try to figure that out as I'm heading that way. But I want to go to a visitor center, at least be able to talk to someone that works there, so I can get some information about the park, what is recommended, things that I can do. Maybe get a couple of souvenirs for myself and for a couple of co-workers back at home that I promised to bring something. And then we'll see how it goes. I've got everything packed right back here. You'll see my camera bag, and then a heavy jacket just in case. Some joggers that I can change into in case the jeans don't work out if it's too windy. And then I've got my water bottle right here, iron flask, filled up and ready to go. I'm still parked here in the hotel parking lot so that I can record this. And as well as setting up the GoPro right here, so I can get some pretty cool time-lapse videos on the way up there to see if there's anything that's scenic, and then put that as part of my video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit the road. Oh, also wanted to add real quick, I did not realize that it was an hour-and-a-half drive to get there. I assumed that it was gonna be maybe 30-45 minutes. But no, it's an hour and a half. It's double of what I thought, more than double of what I thought. So it's gonna be a long drive. I should have woken up earlier. Anyway, let's get going then. There's really no time to waste. When I get there, it's gonna be like 10:30 or so. But yeah, let's go. I mean, that's beautiful. That's incredible. I didn't think I was actually going to be able to come out here to the, lake shore and take some pictures, but I came up to this lodge. It's called the Lake McDonald Lodge, I believe, and it's closed for the seasonal period. But out here, you get a few people that stopped to take some pictures, some videos, and I came out on this dock here that you can see. That It's out here on the water. I mean, that view is just stunning, man. Got some low cloud coverage around here, and then as you go more towards the south, it's basically clear. But yeah, it's really nice. Honestly, I mean, just incredible what that looks like. It's a shame that this lake is in the shape of a schlong dong, but it's the most beautiful schlong dong. It's majestic. Honestly, I could be out here for hours, but I'm not going to, because I still have a lot that I need to do today. So I took this little detour. I mean, I've been here at this lake now for probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And I've just been trying to take as many photos as I possibly can. So, but I think I'm gonna head back now to the car and then, you know, continue heading towards Logan Pass. So let's hit the road then. I almost tripped, and I don't know if that's the right word, hyper extended my toes. I bent them so far. Damn, these rocks, dude. I mean, look at all these rocks, dude. All these rocks. It's good. It's gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. I swear it's gonna happen. So now I've pulled over to this other spot here where it's really opened up. I'm gonna show you guys in a second, but man, it's like no trees. Here's the stream, and then you got the mountains to, like, if you're looking at the stream towards the right, and then right behind you as well. I mean, holy shit, man. You go pretty tall. Wow. Nah, man, it looks pretty cool. So there I have the car parked, and then you got the stream right here that runs along this way. That's the way I came from. You got all these mountains in the background here. You got the way that I'm going, and then there's a mountain there, and you got the two mountains right here in the background, which look really nice. All right, onwards and upwards. All right, so I found another really nice spot down here on my way up. And what's cool is that this little spot right here, it doesn't look like much when you pull up first, but then you get off and you find out there are stairs that lead down right to the stream. So I'm just here. Look at all this. Look at all that. Oh my god, the sun. But man, this is a cool little spot. And the water is right here. Wow, that was, I think, one of the best sights I've seen so far. Now, I've stopped at like 20 stops, maybe not so much, maybe like between 10 and 12. And this is by far, I think, one of the best spots I've been to. Incredible. But man, I love that I came up here at all. Or that I'm even going as far as I'm going. I still haven't made it there yet. It's been like maybe 2.5, almost 3 hours since I made it through the entrance to Glacier National Park, and I haven't made it to the top. I'm almost there. I think I'm like I'm about 8 miles away. It's gonna take me about 20 minutes to get there. So let's keep going. Let's not keep getting distracted, and let's get to the top already. But I just, knowing myself, I'm going to stop at another good place. But I can always come back tomorrow or the day after, or even stop on the way down. It really doesn't matter. But I really gotta focus on what I gotta do and make it to the top. So let's go, and let's not stop anymore until after. Yeah, I stopped like 30 more times, but it was worth it. I'm a weak man, but it was worth it. Man, this is a pretty damn good view. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. Time to see what's up here real quick before heading back over to the car and seeing where else to go. Alright, so it looks like there's a trail this way. It says Hidden Lake. So maybe we'll find a lake up in the mountains somewhere. Okay, so apparently it's like a 2.5 mile hike all the way to the end of this trail. Maybe like 1.3 for the overlook to the Hidden Lake. And then, well, I mean, if I'm gonna do the whole 2.5 mile hike, that's 5 miles round trip. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm gonna do it. If I get exhausted, I just turn back around. At least I want to make it to the overlook before deciding if I should go down to the lake. I don't know. Let's see. Dude, no joke. This hike is kicking my ass. I had to stop like maybe half a mile. A half a mile into the trail, because it's like the whole, I don't know, 3/4 until you get to the top here is all uphill, and it was kicking my ass. I'm not even at the top yet to the overlook where the lake is. Oh man, but I'm almost there. I should be there in the next few minutes, and then it should be all downhill from there. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the view at the top looks like. But the next time you see me, it'll be right up there. So I pretty much made it over, or past the overlook, which I thought I had reached it before. Apparently not. So now I finally passed the overlook, and the lake is just right down there. You can't really see it, but when I get a clear view of it, I'll throw it in there. But as I'm walking down toward, down the path, I walked by a family and I asked, hey, quick question, how much further until you get down to the lake? And he said, not gonna lie to you, man, it's gonna be about another mile or so. So I thought maybe I was within half a mile, but it turns out that's not the case. So we trek on, and I will see you guys next time when I get to the bottom. Wish me luck. I think I find it pretty crazy that off into the horizon over there, right over there, Even though it's like 4:30 right now, the sun is still up, but then off to the horizon you get like these orange skies, like it's gonna be sunset when it's really not, but it's really nice. Anyway, we trek on. Oh man, wow. I mean, this is, I'm speechless. This is the most incredible looking place I've ever been to. But this is the first time that I've really explored the Rockies, and I mean, just look at that. You can't go wrong with a view like that. This is breathtaking. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, this is honestly the best thing that I've ever done. I'm never gonna get over it. I'm never gonna stop talking about this trip when I get home. I'm gonna remember this forever. With all the photos that I've taken, this is gonna be, I think, on the top of my all-time favorite trips that I've ever done. And man, that hike was a bitch. Coming down was pretty steep, but it wasn't that bad because it was downhill. You know, gravity is your friend, but going back up, gravity is your enemy. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun going back up, and it's already like 5 o'clock, more or less. So the sun is gonna be going down pretty soon, so I need to hurry up and get up there as soon as possible, so that way it's not too dark when I'm still trying to walk. Because I am the only one down here right now. I passed the last person maybe like an hour ago. Or not an hour ago, maybe like 20 minutes ago, actually. I don't know why I was thinking. There's only one other person down here over to my right. But man, this is stunning. Man, I really wish someone was here with me. Like a girl or something, you know? Next time though. Alright, I'm gonna take some more pictures and start heading up. Oh, also I ran into a group of 4 deer. I don't know what kind of deer they were, but they were kind of in the middle of the trail. It was like right before I made it to the bottom, maybe like 5 minutes ago, and I got some photos of them. It was pretty cool. Like I was walking towards them, and they were aware that I was there, but they didn't get spooked. They didn't try to run away. In fact, I was trying to walk and like continue walking, but then one of them, like one of the bigger ones, I'm assuming they were all female, but maybe at least the bigger one was a male one, starts walking back up from the side of the mountain onto the trail. So I backed up a little bit and decided, you know, let me take my camera out, or let me take my telephoto lens out and get some photos of them. But so far, no other wildlife. Thankfully, no bears. As long as I'm not on the menu, I'm good. So let's wrap this up, and I'll meet you guys back at the car. Deuces. But this is beautiful. This is, oh, it's so beautiful. I wish I could live right here. Anyway, yeah, let's wrap this up. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Yesterday, I was so exhausted after that hike that I couldn't sit down and do this outro for even just a few minutes. When I got back to my hotel, all I wanted to do was relax and go to bed, which is exactly what I did. I came back, I got undressed, and I probably just sat at my computer or my laptop here for a few minutes, and then I got really sleepy really fast, so I decided to just go to bed and not do a proper sign off. That hike kicked my ass. In fact, it destroyed it, because I was not expecting for it to be as difficult as it was. So I have this app called All Trails, and even though I didn't use it during the hike itself, I took a look at it when I got back to my hotel just to kind of see what the level of difficulty that trail was. And it was categorized as moderately difficult. So it would have been nice to have kind of known that before doing the hike, even though when you get there it doesn't really tell you like specific details about the hike, like the elevation changes when you if you do the whole trail, or even if you do just up to the lookout point. The signs that were posted did not really tell you much information, just the length, and that's about it. And for my first hike, that was probably one of the worst ways to start. And I'm gonna be honest when I say that I'll probably never do that again. And I don't mean the hike. What I mean is, I'm sure the hike would have been a lot easier if I didn't have the amount of equipment that I had on me. What made the hike difficult was what I had on me. I was carrying around 20-25 pounds minimum of equipment, you know, camera gear and all this other stuff, in a backpack that already weighs about 10 pounds on its own. And I'm lugging it as I'm hiking, going up and down these very steep inclines and declines. It was brutal, man. It was hard for me to take it easy. Even in the first maybe 0.3 or 0.4 miles of the hike from the visitor center, I was already out of breath. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was out of breath, and I'm sure it would have been not as bad if I didn't have all the equipment. I'm sure I could have made it a mile before feeling it the way that I felt it if I didn't have all the equipment. So I think for next time when I go to my next destination where there are going to be a few other hiking opportunities, what I'm going to do, instead of carrying the big backpack with me, I'm just going to carry the essentials in a much smaller bag that came with the backpack. And I'm going to bring the essential camera gear that I need, which is my wide angle, which is the one I'm using right now, my mid-range, which is a 24 to 105, and then my telephoto, which I may not need it, just because yesterday on the hike I only used it for a few quick photos of some deer that I saw. Aside from that, throughout the entire hike, I didn't use it. But I will bring it just in case I come across other wildlife that I can take a picture of. Now, were the views worth it? Absolutely. I made it down all the way to the lake shore, and I mean the water is crystal clear. It's blue. It was cloudy, so you couldn't really see how blue it was, but it was incredible. But today's a new day, so I'm not gonna do much. I think I've exhausted myself for today from yesterday. So what I'm gonna do is visit the foot of Lake McDonald, get some pictures, and then go drive around south of Kalispell around a lake that's called, I believe it's Flathead Lake. It's a pretty huge lake, so I might go ahead and drive around that and just to see what there is. Start in Kalispell, drive around it, and then go back to Kalispell. All right, so that'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you guys want to see more stuff like this, plus my go-karting stuff in the future. So take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.